How's everybody doing? Hi, cool gamer. How you doing, hun? Hope you're doing okay. If the music in my background is playing too loud, just let me know. Well, how's everybody doing? I missed you guys. It has been an incredibly busy week for me. Um, just really busy, nonstop. So I'm so glad that I'm able to go live today. I wasn't sure, but everything worked in my favor and was able to go live. So here I am. I missed you guys. I'm hoping that we can see if more people come in here and we could get a game started. I got a different trivia game to start out this afternoon with, and see how you guys like it. I hope it'll be something we can all play and have fun with. Um, But as always, I do have the StreamYard pin, so we'll see if anybody is willing to come in and chat and hopefully come up and play. Doesn't look like it at the moment, but we'll give it a couple minutes, see how things go. Yeah, looks like we're in for a heat wave. I don't know how the rest of the United States are doing, but for us, it's going to be hot this week. I am not looking forward to it whatsoever, but I'll get through it. We all do, and thank God for air conditioning. For real. Yeah, I got the new game I want to introduce to the channel is called Trivia Pursuit, and it's something a friend gave me, and it's fairly recent. It's starts in the 2000s. Um, like my other game I have, it has random facts from even back to the 1800s. So yeah, I'm hoping this is. I got like five. Wait a minute. Yeah, five different decks. So there will be plenty of questions. We won't run into repeats, not too often at least. But I've missed out. I haven't been on YouTube for a couple days. I have no clue what's going on with everybody. But I sure hope everybody's doing good. I miss talking with ya. I was really hoping for Thursday to have worked out for me, but I kept getting more things, added onto my plate, and it was like, oh no, it ain't gonna work. And then I was away most of the day, Friday and Saturday. Um, my daughter was off, and it was her birthday, and we had some fun. Spent a couple days together. I really enjoyed myself, and the weather was great. Last week's weather, oh my goodness, it felt a little bit like fall, and I cannot wait to fall. I've always been a fall person. It's something about like the smells, the changing of the leaves, just the whole feel of the season. It's just you can have your warm days, your days where you're, wearing a hoodie, which I love those days because I could wear hoodies every day if it wasn't so hot. They're so comfortable. But yeah, I can't believe it's here already. We only got a couple more weeks and poof, there goes summer, right? Hey Brad, how are you? Hope you're hanging in there. Yeah, I miss you guys. Like, I'm really interested to see how good this game does. I don't think I don't think I can do it. I've never been book smart, you know. So this game is for someone who has a little bit of smarts about them. But either way, it's just to have fun. That's it. All it is to be able to hang out and have some fun and play a game. That's all I'm here for. I think that's my favorite part about YouTube is being able to interact with different folks. Oh, has it? It's been quite warm today too. I was just saying that, we're in for a heat wave, it looks like. And I don't know if it's how far that goes, who's all getting it. But whew, it's going to be a hot one this week. Then finally it'll start cooling down. Well, Brad, if we can get someone in here that will want to play with ya, we can get a game going. I don't know who all saw my intro, but that's my new intro. And one of my good friends, Cushy, made that for me, and I really like it. I think it would be neat to see yourself like throughout all different eras of what you would look like. And I have to say, I think I would look better for like maybe either the 30s, 40s to like the 70s, maybe. I think I could rock those eras. We can see if you can stomp me till yeah, exactly. They're gonna have fun with you, Brad. But hey, you make it interesting. You're a mindful in knowledge. But yeah, this my friend gave me this game, and it's something new. I got like 5 decks, and man, there's all kinds of questions in here. And what they do is they go by like themes. They'll give you. Let me see. 6 questions of like say for example zip code mode is the theme of these questions that I would ask you, but unfortunately they're not multiple choice or true or false. um Now you're going to make me blush. Well, it's true, Brad. My goodness, it's fun. I'm always like eager to hear people's stories and what they know, and you really impress me with what you know. But yeah, they get there's 5 questions for each theme or category, whatever you want to call it. So I think that'll be fun. And it's fairly recent in the 2000s. Well, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, doing what I can do.
That's all we can do. Thank God for AC.
Yes, thank God for AC. Oh my God, I about melted yesterday. Today the humidity wasn't as bad, but it was almost 90.
Well,
So,
it was close to 80, 90 here, but the humidity was insane.
yeah. Well, I call that wear weather. As soon as you walk outside, you wear it, you know?
Yep. Yep. It felt, you know what it felt like?
What?
It felt like, you know how right before you get a thunderstorm in Texas, how humid it gets?
Hmm.
That's what it felt like up here.
Oh, yeah. That was yesterday for us. We went outside and within 20 minutes we're soaked, like from head to toe, just drenched. Just so hot. But yeah, we need to get somebody up here. We can get a game started. I'm really excited for this new game I got.
Well,
It's
I'm
called.
excited too. I'm actually glad that YouTube let me catch you live.
Well, I was supposed to go live Thursday, and it was one thing after another. You know those kind of days where you start out thinking, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and that's it. And then next thing you know, you got 5 things to do, and it just
That's
didn't work.
that's been my day since Friday.
Friday. Yeah, and then I was gone all day Friday and Saturday, so I wasn't able to go live then. So, I mean, I can understand. I'm not pretty consistent these days, you know. I
Neither am I.
So you can't blame people from not knowing if you're live or not.
Exactly. I mean, I just Thursday I posted two new videos on
Okay.
my channel of my sister-in-law sing my sister-in-law and her band performing in the park.
Oh, nice. How was the weather for that?
Oh, it was gorgeous as long as you didn't mind a little bit of humidity.
Right. Yeah, we haven't had rain in probably a week and a half. It's
Well,
been,
we had rain Wednesday or Tuesday.
oh, did ya?
Yeah, we've had like pretty much Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today are the days we haven't had rain. But for
Oh,
like the last 2 weeks, we've been having a lot of rain.
wow. We haven't had much rain this whole summer, to be honest. I
Well,
thought we were
Texas,
in a drought for
de-
real.
depending on where you're at in Texas, it don't get a lot of rain anyway.
Right,
I
right.
mean, I'm originally from Temple, Texas, which is
Yeah,
30 miles south of Waco, 60 miles east of Austin.
yeah, yeah.
So it's green, but you don't get a lot of rain. And
Well,
when it does, you get the gully washers.
right. Well, with Ohio, we are far from consistent. You never know what our weather's going to be like.
Oh
You
yeah, Ohio weather's like New York weather. If you don't like it, wait 5 minutes. It'll change.
know? Yep. And it's like every year you don't know if you're going to get a lot of rain over the during summertime or if it's not going to rain at all. And then spring and fall is like 1 minute it's 36 and the next minute it's in the 70s.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee any state I move into on my birthday, there will be rain anywhere
Hey,
around me.
I get a hallelujah for that because it always rains on my birthday. Always.
And
Hello,
the
Yuri.
problem is, my birthday's in July, July 17th, and it always rains.
Mine's here in a couple weeks. Mine's the 26th of this month.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, September's the month for me. I love September.
My friend's daughter just had her birthday on the 1st.
My daughter's birthday was on the 2nd.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, she was actually a Labor Day baby. I went into Labor Day on Labor Day.
That's what my friend's daughter decided that it was time to come out on Labor Day.
Yep,
So
and
her
it was
mom is in labor on Labor Day. That's funny.
yep, it was something I get a kick out of that. I tell everybody, "Yep, that's my Labor Day baby." But hi Yuri, it's good to see you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing well. I hope if you like trivia, come up. I got my StreamYard pin at the top. Yep, anybody's allowed up as long as they're respectful and don't try to pull any funny, weird stuff. Something to get me kicked off YouTube for.
No, they YouTube won't kick you off because I'm not wearing a shirt. I've made plenty of videos with no shirt on.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about you, sweetheart. No, I'm just talking about anybody that wants to come up and play.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that's good. I'm glad you're doing okay. It could be a heck of a lot worse.
yep.
Yes. What have you been up to this week?
Well, I won a sweepstakes.
Did you? Did you finally get
So
your check?
no, I haven't gotten the money from it yet, or the car because it comes with the car as well.
Oh, I hope it's not a scam.
No, it comes with the 2022 Mercedes E Series.
Okay.
It's through Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah, I just know how scammers are these days, you know.
Oh, so do I, but they're not asking me for any money. They did it first. I told them I was on a fixed income, and they
Yeah.
started talking to sponsors and everything, and it's set. It's getting delivered either tomorrow or one day this week.
Oh, I'll be praying for you.
Well, I appreciate it. Pray that a wire transfer goes through of someone that owes me money. It's over
Okay.
five. It's over $500,000.
Holy cow.
Yeah, they're paying part of their bill.
Wow. Well,
They
that's good.
actually they actually owe me $34.9 million.
Holy crap. I'd be happy with just $1 million.
I'm gonna be happy with the 500,000 because I honestly never thought they'd pay me back.
Right. Yeah, I'd be grateful for anything, to be honest, you know.
Well, I get this money, I'm getting a car, and then I'm getting the hell out of New York.
Where are you gonna go?
Haven't made up my mind if I'm heading south
Uh-huh.
or if I'm heading to Alaska.
Oh, that's right. You said something about Alaska. Okay,
I have a
yep.
chance to get an island out in Alaska for 25,000.
Yeah. Do they
396,000 acres of island.
do they still pay you if you live in Alaska?
$1,000 a month
That's what I thought.
comes
Yeah,
from the oil companies.
if I could tolerate the winters and like having to be in an airplane to travel, I'd be wanting to go there myself.
Well, where I'm going is a very temperate climate. It's the lower part of Alaska.
Okay.
If you look up a town called Prince of Wales,
Uh-huh.
it's a very small town. In the winter, there's like maybe 1,000 people that live there.
Okay.
But during cruise season, it swells to over 800,000.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's night and day.
Well, the island that I'm getting is a day's boat ride from there.
Really.
Yep.
I see. I could do boats as long as I could see land, in the distance. I would be all right.
Well, part of the boat ride is in the ocean and you don't see land.
Oh, I couldn't do it. Nope. So
But you could see land, you could see it on the sonar screen and all that. You just looking
that.
out with binoculars, looking out with your eyes, you're not going to see it. But if you use binoculars, you might see a little teeny tiny speck in the distance. That's an island.
I don't know. I don't know if that would surpass or not.
So,
Yeah. It's beautiful there, though. It
oh
really is.
yeah. And where I'm going, it doesn't snow. It rains, but it doesn't snow.
Oh,
At least
even
not
better.
much.
Even better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of bear on the island. A lot of black bear on the island.
I would love to be in the presence of a moose. I've never seen a moose.
Moose are, how shall I say, temperamental
I could believe that. Seriously. Yeah.
and extremely territorial.
Really?
Yeah. Especially, they're really aggressive when it's a mom and her baby.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
She'll get pretty aggressive with you.
Well, I would definitely admire them from afar, but it would be nice to see one in
Oh yeah.
person.
A lot of meat though. A lot of meat.
I've never had a moose. Well, isn't caribou up there too? Is
Yep.
caribou?
Caribou is out there, reindeer. Um, there's a lot of different animals up there that you can eat, including bear.
Yeah, I've had bear before. It's not too bad.
Well, moose is kind of a combination between white-tailed deer and bear and elk.
Okay. I've had elk before too.
So
I,
it's
so it's
it,
pretty lean. It's pretty lean meat. Like,
no, it's not really lean, but that's why I said it's a combination of bear as well because
true.
it's got a lot of fat, but oh my god, is it good?
Oh yeah. How have
Oh
you had it?
yeah,
How have you
huh?
had? How have you had it? Like in a state, like a
I've
roast.
had it. I've had it as a steak. I've had it as a stew. I've had
Ooh.
it barbecued. I've had it fricasseed. I've had it. I've had moose kebabs.
So do they have like hunting season just for moose?
Yep,
Do they?
yep. They have moose season, deer season, bear season, and you can get a special permit if you live on an island that has a lot of bear
Uh.
and a lot of deer. You can get a special permit so that you can kill them at any time because they'd be considered a nuisance animal.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hmm.
But I know a couple of
Be
people that
exciting.
used to live in Alaska.
Yeah, I think that'd be exciting, but very scary to like go hunting for moose.
No,
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 would you
but
want to be a tree stand?
well, you could use a tree stand, but you wouldn't get a good enough shot. Moose,
Oh,
you have to hunt like caribou or elk. You have to hunt them on foot
oh, okay.
because they have a keen sense of smell, and moose have a really keen sense of eyesight.
Oh, geez. Okay.
But elk, they have a really keen sense of smell, so you couldn't sit in one place
Mhm.
because you got to be downwind from them and you got to track them. But if you're gonna hunt moose, you need a 7 millimeter
7 millimeter.
at least
Yeah.
because it's gonna have to be your shot's gonna be from a ways away, and you're gonna have to have enough stopping power when it hits to drop it.
Right. That's true. I've never shot a 7 millimeter.
It kicks.
Sounds
It's
like
got
it
a
would.
lot of recoil.
It sounds like it would.
But if I'm gonna hunt moose or bear,
Uh huh.
I won't use a 7 millimeter.
Well, you use
If I'm gonna use a rifle, I'd use a 50 cal
the cow.
because then
That makes.
I don't have to worry about it as long as I can see them in the scope.
Uh
They're down.
huh. Yeah.
or or I'd use a bow or a crossbow.
Oh, that would be awesome because I'm really good with my crossbow.
I took down a Kodiak bear using nothing but a homemade crossbow and a spear.
Sweet.
Not really. The thing I shot it full of arrows, 27 arrows, and it was still coming.
Oh, not sweet.
And I picked up the spear, put my foot on it, crouched down low, and that bear came in and lunged to get at me and drove the spear right into its heart.
Woo!
And that's how I killed it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
That's a moment. I could not imagine that moment. I think I would have done one to the bathroom.
I can't really understand what you're saying because there's a lot of feedback.
Feedback for me.
Yeah, sounds
Mm,
like it's all staticky and everything.
mm. Oh, I can't do that. Settings. Let's go to settings. Go.
Let me try logging out and coming back in. Maybe that'll fix it.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
On? Okay.
There it goes. It's fixed.
Cool. There we go. I don't know what that was.
I don't know either, but it was weird.
Okay, so since we're waiting to see if anybody's gonna play, I'll ask you a few questions, see if you get them.
Okay.
All right, let's see. What do we got? This theme is called State Stuff. No. Let's see. Which Vermont ice cream company sold to Unlever in 2000 donates its ice cream waste to local farmers to feed their hogs?
Ben and Jerry.
You are right. It says the only flavor that doesn't seem to like this is mint Oreo.
I don't blame the cows. I'm not a big fan of it.
Me neither. I'm not a cookies and Oreo kind of person. So
Well, I
that's
like Oreos. I just don't like mint Oreos.
oh yeah. Let's see. Which non-recyclable items did North Carolina State University begin composting in 2014? Canned beer or beer cans, pizza boxes, or sweat socks?
I would say sweat socks. Because
Well,
cans you can recycle and pizza boxes you can recycle.
I don't know why it says, but this says pizza boxes.
Hmm. All right. I
I
got
don't.
one wrong. You stumped me.
Okay, let's see. In 2015, which Midwestern state had one recyclable boat for every 6 people?
Midwestern state boat. I would say probably either Michigan or Minnesota.
It's Minnesota.
See? I knew it because I just figured, okay, closest to the Great Lakes and have a lot of lakes. Well, Minnesota is known as the land of 10,000 lakes, and Michigan's right by the Great Lakes. So, had to be one of the two.
Well, good process of elimination there. All right. Oh no. Okay, we're done with that card. I'll just ask a few. Okay, this one is zip code mode.
Okay.
All right. Which League school inspired a 2006 magazine it to call itself 02138, which is the university's zip code?
Harvard.
You are correct. The non de I don't know how to say that word. Yeah. Okay, you got it right.
Harvard's the only Ivy League college with its own zip code.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's neat. I didn't know that. Cool. Here's one for New York. Which city in New York has an easy zip code to remember because it's 12345? Is it? Oh, these are hard to pronounce. Syracuse. Uh, Schneck, Schneck,
Syracuse, Schenectady.
and Saratoga.
Yeah, Saratoga.
Which one?
Well, that would be Syracuse.
No, it's the second
Saratoga?
option. It's the second one.
Schenectady.
Yeah.
Wow.
It says its actual zip code for one company, General Electric, whose plant is located there.
Yep. I've been by the GE plant numerous times. I've never lived in Schenectady,
Uh huh.
so I've never needed the zip code. I've went there. I've done business there. I've traveled there. I went to malls there. I've visited friends there, but I never needed the zip code.
Okay. Oh, hey, Tara. I can't get to play with you guys. My phone is messed up, and I don't want to get the iPhone 14 when the iPhone 16 will be out in 3 weeks. Ah, I gotcha. Well, I'm just glad you're here, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. All right, let's try a different uh theme. Oh, the iPhone 15? Okay. But I know what you meant. All right, this one is Southern states. All right. How many bridges do you cross along the 113-mile overseas highway as you're traveling from Florida mainland to Key West? Is it 16, 42, or 54?
Traveling from the mainland to Key West,
Yeah.
you pass over 52 separate bridges.
Um, well, it was 16, 42, or 54.
54.
Are you sure?
Yep. Because, I mean, that's what I've always counted, but I've always counted when two, three, four, and five pylons end. Okay, that's another bridge.
Well, this is saying 42.
So I wasn't too far off in my count.
Oh, you weren't too far off. Okay, let's see.
I was close enough for government work.
All right. Which state, famous for its gooey mud pies, is the birthplace of author John Grisham? Yeah, Grisham, and media personality Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey,
Yeah.
that would be Illinois. Chicago, Illinois is where she was born, I believe.
This is saying, wait a minute. I'm trying to, yeah, two. This is saying Mississippi.
That could be. I've never really looked into where she was born. I just know that she started out in Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah. All
Maybe
right.
she was born in Mississippi and they moved to Chicago at a young age.
That's possible. Yeah, possible. Okay, this one is called Land Down Under. All right. What 3,500-mile long barrier to keep the largest land predator on the continent away from the sheep takes 840,000 to maintain yearly.
I don't know that one.
right? Dingo pets. I guess that's appropriate.
Yeah, but the dingo isn't the largest land predator in Australia.
No, it's saying, where's the question? What was the largest? Oh, predator. Yeah, that's what this is saying, though. That don't make
But
sense.
the largest predator in Australia, they just recently found evidence of it still being around. They thought it was
Oh no,
extinct.
it's talking
And
about what 3,500 mile long barrier.
yeah, but still, to name it after a dingo is insane. A
It's what my
dingo, a
it's
dingo is
what.
smaller than a coyote, and the largest predator in Australia they thought was extinct,
Uh-huh.
and they just found out that it's not. So now it's classified as a Lazarus species. Is the Tasmanian devil?
Oh,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
not devil, but the Tasmanian tiger.
Tiger.
Yeah, they
I,
thought it was extinct, but they found pockets of them breeding and thriving in Australia, on the mainland, on an island right off of Australia, and a couple other places in the bush, as
right.
they say.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what it says. No clue. All right.
Thylacine, that's the technical word for it, is the thylacine.
Let's see. Okay. I'll do one more land down under. Um, what slang term for a personal portrait photo was used by an Aussie in an online blog in 2002?
Well, I don't know because I don't watch blogs. I don't read them. I don't watch them. I have nothing to do with blogs.
It says selfie.
A
It,
selfie.
yep, it was an Oxford dictionary's new word in 2013.
And now look at it today. Everybody's using
Yep.
it.
Who knew it came from Australia?
That's cool though that it did.
Yeah. So that's what the questions are like. It's
Well,
trivia pursuit.
I'm about even then with knowing them and not knowing them.
Yeah, like I was looking at some of these questions and I'm like, there ain't no way I could play this game. I don't know. I have no clue.
One of my favorite games growing up was Trivia Pursuit.
Was it? Well, this is the 2000s one.
So, well, it was because I didn't know a lot then, and it
Uh,
made me want to research to see if the cards were lying or not.
were they?
Some of them were so wrong it wasn't funny.
Really? See that, you know, that makes sense because some of these, like on my other games, I was like, how can this be right? This can't be right.
Yeah, I mean, there was like one question, they've since removed it from the game, but it was a question, what was it? Oh, how tall is Pikes Peak and does it continuously grow? They had the elevation of Pikes Peak at the top
Uh
as
huh.
being 1,575 feet above sea level, and it doesn't continuously grow. But
Yeah, that part didn't make sense. I'm like, huh?
Pikes Peak is continually growing, and at the last time I looked, stood at right around 3,500.
Wow.
So it
Yeah.
was like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. Let me look this up. Oh, I got a new encyclopedia, and it tells me it's almost double what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could have somebody else come up here so you're not just sitting here answering a bunch of questions, you know?
Hey, I'm enjoying it.
Well, I'm going to take a small break and have a cigarette, and hopefully somebody will come up, you know?
Yeah, hopefully.
I only got like 3 people in here, so. And they're not talking, they're watching from the
Uh,
bush. That's
ah, I call them
okay.
the locals. They come in, they look around, but they don't really say anything.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Did you get a chance to look at my intro for the
No, no, I
channel?
haven't. I haven't seen your new intro yet.
Oh, I'm gonna play it for you then, cause my friend Cushy made it for me. It's only, let me see, 26 seconds. So I'm gonna play it for you, okay?
Okay.
What'd you think?
That's pretty cool.
I thought so. It's one of those apps where you just replace your face with the people in it. I think it'd be cool to see what you would look like throughout the different eras, you know? I think
I've
that.
just I've dressed up in different era clothing, and I look pretty good, but it would be interesting.
What era do you think you would look your best?
Believe it or not, the old west.
OS, so like 1800s.
Yep. In
Yeah,
my
be
as
pretty
they would
cool.
as they would call it, in my Sunday go to meeting clothes.
Yeah, yeah. I like the Victorian age. I love the way they built things, you know.
I mean, I know I look good in a 40s era, in the 40s era too, though.
Yeah.
Wearing a 40s era suit and everything. I actually came out with some people who became famous doing WrestleMania in a 40s era getup.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, until Cushy made that for me, I would have said probably the 1800s or the 70s.
Oh,
You know.
the 70s, that was a weird time.
I know, but like I would have been a good hippie. I would have been a good
Yeah, I could see you as a hippie, but that was
hippie.
more 60s.
Well, you know, like 60s, 70s, you know.
See, for me, the 70s kind of started the trend with the weird clothing because in the 80s, we had some really out there clothing. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
know. I know.
who else would think that tie dye shirts, leather pants, and jean jackets would go together with the collar turned up?
I don't know because I would think that's an insult to tie dye.
Exactly. But it went together and it looked cool. Especially if you had the mohawk and the different colors and the, yeah.
Then that they had that mullet and all the guys would have the tails, you remember? They would grow a long tail.
I never had a mullet in the
No?
80s. In the 80s, I never had a mullet. but I
Wow.
did have three huge, like this tall spikes on my head
Oh
for a
my goodness.
mohawk. And they
Uh,
went from red all the way down to black.
oh my goodness.
And I had the studded collar, the studded wristbands, the leather jackets, and yeah, I was into metal and punk. So
Uh, See, I was just a kid, like growing up in the 80s.
so was
90s, 90s was, I'm talking about like from birth until, because I was born in 79,
Oh,
which
you
was
were
only,
you were little in the 80s.
yeah, I was little.
I was I was
90s was,
born in 74.
oh, okay.
So by the time
You're,
84 came around, I started getting into what I liked.
yeah.
And by the time the 80s were coming to a close, I was into punk rock and
80s
heavy
was
metal and
like,
what they now call speed rock, which was just Pantera, Slayer,
uh-huh.
you
Well,
know.
in the 80s, I liked when I could, like, as far as I can remember, like all the way back to the beginning, I remember listening to Michael Jackson,
I like
uh,
Michael
Brian,
Jackson.
what's his name? Bruce Springsteen,
Yep,
Pat Benatar,
yep.
um, oh, what's the girl? Who sings Crimson and Clover? What was her name? Not the girl, not the original, but what? She was black hair. Joan Jett.
Joan Jett did a cover of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you probably listened to some Whitney Houston back when she was getting started.
Yep. Yeah. Well,
Uh,
listen to whatever my parents listened to, but like those were the people when I was little, I thought were cool.
yeah, Joan Jett. I've always been a fan of Joan Jett. Always.
Yeah, she was cool.
And what did it for me was the first time I heard her song. What's the name of it? John. Oh, I love rock and roll.
Oh, definitely. That was a song
And
get stuck in your head
yeah,
forever.
and I was a fan of Blondie.
Yep, Blondie, Heart.
Mainly,
Um,
I was mainly a fan of Blondie because, well, if you look closely in all her videos, she's doing cocaine.
is she really?
Yep,
Oh my god.
yep. You can see her like move her head real quick on the table, and
Uh-huh.
then if you look close, you'll see the white on her nose.
Oh Lord. Well, I
Yep.
I believe it. That was the time for that kind of stuff, especially for this, being in music and whatnot.
But I used to listen. I actually used to break dance, and I listened to the Bangles and Heart and
Oh yeah, Carpenters.
it wasn't so much with the Carpenters, but I listened to Lionel Richie,
Uh,
the one guy
Matter.
that kind of looks like Lionel Richie. I can't think of his name right now.
I matter. I
And
wanna
I
get.
would listen to a little bit of Prince back when he was still known as Prince.
Oh, definitely listen to Prince. Yep.
And believe it or not, I listened to Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye was cool.
Well, I mainly listen to Marvin Gaye because I don't know what it is about him, but in the 80s, if you wanted a chance with the girl, you put on Marvin Gaye, you're pretty much guaranteed to get what you needed.
That's funny. I liked
So
Bad Company and Journey and Sticks. I listened to whatever my mom did
I
until
listen. I liked a little bit of Journey. I like the Police, Stick,
Yeah.
and a bunch of what they considered alternative rock and college rock groups.
Oh, okay. My
My
dad was.
mom and my
Okay.
stepdad, they loved the stuff from the 60s, the 50s,
Yeah.
but I was always into the newer stuff, heavy metal. Took a
I
lot
think.
of beatings over my hairdo.
Yeah, like I don't know. I've always loved music though.
But I've always loved music. I mean, I would even, if I was in the mood for it, I would
Uh,
listen to Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton. I absolutely love Islands in the Stream, which is a duet by Dolly and Kenny.
yeah, I liked Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash.
Oh, I've always been a Cash fan. Always.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than Johnny, especially when he sings Folsom.
Oh, yeah.
I hear that train a coming. It's rolling round the bend. And with that beat, it was like just perfect.
What's your favorite Johnny Cash song?
Folsom. Actually,
Well,
no. It used to be Folsom. But he, right before he passed away, he did a song called Hope.
yes, I was just gonna say that song.
And when I heard it, I was like, oh man, bye
Brought
bye, Folsom.
tears. Yeah, that song brought me to tears. It gave me chills. It was
Well, the reason he did it was because he had just lost Joan, his wife.
okay.
And
Oh,
he was he was
she's in
going
it.
he was going through a lot of health stuff, and him losing her, it killed him. I believe that's why he died shortly after.
Well, how did they get her in the video then?
It was the way they got her in the video is they took pictures of them together.
Well, no, she's right there on the stairs.
No, that's not Joan.
Who's the
That's
lady?
Roseanne,
Roseanne?
his
Oh,
oldest daughter.
oh, okay. I gotcha.
Joan's only in the pictures.
Yeah, 'cause there's one picture of his mom,
Yeah,
and there's a picture of him and his wife.
that's Joan.
Yeah, and then there
Although
was
he was married before, which is where Roseanne and her sister came from.
ah, Matt
Let me,
Hatter. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt Hatter. Get up here and try your luck against Brad. we
yeah,
need to play a game.
that song always gets me.
It does.
Always
Me
always
too.
puts a lump in my throat.
Me too. I
Because
love that.
that man really loved Joan.
Yes, yes.
I mean, he
And
walked. Do you realize that he walked 127 miles to talk to her?
real, I believe it.
It's in the movie of Johnny
Uh,
Cash and Joan.
Fine. Walk the
It's
line.
yeah, it's in that movie. They don't show him walking the whole distance, but they show him in the motel, and then they show him walking.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I remember that part now.
And Waylon has said that they lived at the time 127 miles away from Joan, and he walked it.
Yeah, he was very persistent. Like if he wanted something.
He
Wow.
loved her, and it took a while for her to admit that she loved him because
Right.
of how he was living, doing the drugs and drinking and everything.
Yeah.
But when she gave him an alternative, drinking and drugs or her, he just was like, "Well, I'm going to rehab." And his version of rehab was real simple. Joan had come over for Thanksgiving, found him more than passed out. He was almost dead from an overdose.
Yeah.
And her and her family nursed him back to health. And when his dealer came over, because it was time for him to come over, her daddy had a double barrel shotgun and said, "Son, you better just get out of here or I'll shoot you." So his rehab was really intense. He just went cold turkey.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Another song that's my besides that one is When the Man Comes Around.
Yep, that's a very good one. In fact, they used it on a recent movie. Well, not that recent. An early 2000s zombie movie. And I'm drawing a blank on the name of the movie right now. But Ving Rhames was in it. It had a lot of big name stars for the day in it.
I don't know.
It's set in they're trapped in a mall
In a mall.
by the dead.
Well, no, I can't think of it.
I can't think of it right now either. The lead character ends up getting bit, so he can't go on the boat.
That's gonna drive me crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna drive me nuts too, and I'm not near my computer where I can just. Well, let me see.
Yeah. Dang.
Oh man, let's go. Look up the zombie movie that uses the song when the man comes around by Johnny Cash.
You
It's
gotta look
a
it up, Mad Hatter.
2000s movie.
You should come up here, Mad Hatter, so we can play a game. Like,
It's one that you and me like that they retrofit the buses. Oh, the one with Ving Rhames. That was, they call that Day of the Zombies. Day of the Dead? Day of the
Day of
Dead.
the Dead? No. Is that it?
Yeah, yeah, Day of the Dead. Early 2000s, Day of the Dead.
Ah, okay.
Because the original's in black and white, then Romero redid it in the 80s
Okay.
and made it color, and then in 2001 they remade it again.
Oh. That's what I was thinking. What Day of the Dead? I thought that was black and white.
The original, yes, but they
Yeah.
remade it.
I
You know
probably
what?
I
Yeah,
missed
make sure
that.
that we're right. I know it's that one. My buddy Scott's here, and me and him love that movie. So
Oh yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. That's a good song. Or what was that one song? It was I'm not gonna be. It's like something to do with I'm not in the grave or I won't be in that grave.
I don't know that one.
Ugh.
One of the songs, one of the songs from that movie is by Disturbed. It's called "Down with the Sickness."
Oh, okay. I thought that was Oh, did this do that? I thought it was those one people that sing oh, what's their name? They sing Chop Suey. What's oh, never mind. That thought went that way. You
No,
remember that
that
song Chop Suey?
yeah, I've heard it. It's not Disturbed. It's I want to say Depeche, but I'm not sure about it.
No, it's not them. I could see the guys. They're like it's a heavy metal band. Anyhow. Yeah,
But Disturbed's lead singer is bald,
right, yeah.
and he
He sings
always he always starts the song "Down with the Sickness" by screaming out. Man, I don't even know if I could do it right, but it's he starts out with a quick ooh ah type of thing. Hey,
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
get up, get down with the sickness. Get up, get down with the sickness.
Uh huh.
Open up your tape and let it flow unto me.
I just thought it was those people that sing Chop Suey. I thought they sung that. I didn't know it was Disturbed who sung it.
Yeah, just I mean they might have redid it, but Disturbed did it first.
They did it first. I like Disturbed's Sound of Silence.
That they did a really good cover on it.
I think they did better than the original.
No,
You don't think so?
no.
System of a Down.
If you've heard the original, there's
I have heard the original. Garfunkel. What's the other guy name?
Simon
Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon and Garfunkel, Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I like the original better, but they
Eh,
did do an awesome job of it.
I thought it was good. And Mad Hatter said System of the Down. That's the
That's
band.
it. That's
Yeah.
it.
I don't think there's going to be any more people showing up Mad Hatter. Like, cause, yeah. I've already been an hour into this. No, but nobody wants to play. I started asking Brad questions, but we need someone to play with him.
And she stumped me on a few of them.
They're hard. They're really hard. I'll ask you a couple questions. So Mad Hatter has an idea. Okay, music festivals is the theme. All right. Which beer company sponsored Jay-Z's Made in America concert and 2-day festival in South Philly that Ron Howard filmed for a 2013 documentary? What beer sponsor? What was the sponsor?
Anheuser-Busch,
You are correct.
aka Bud Light, Budweiser.
Budweiser. Yep.
The company's actual name is Anheuser-Busch, but everyone just calls them a Bud.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What playful name named festival meaning best in the streets in Creole, ah, Creole.
Spell that again?
Creole. Creole.
Creole.
Creole. Is it Creole?
Yeah, it sounds like Creole.
Okay, so I'll say it again. What playful named festival meaning best in the streets and Creole slang attracted more than 90,000 people in 2014?
I'm going to do a shot in the dark and say Mardi Gras.
Um, that's number 3. That makes no sense. This says Bon. Bonnie
It's doing
Bonnaroo.
that weird sound again where it's making it hard for me to understand you.
Yeah, I know.
There it
That's
goes.
Bonnaroo in Tennessee. That makes no sense.
Huh.
What playful named festival? That's number 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I did not know that one.
What it says? All right, so that's what these are about. Just themed questions.
Well, ask me another one. Let's see if I can get a themed one right.
Okay. This one is landmarks. Um oh, here's a New York one. Which New York City building was one of many global landmarks bathed in blue lighting on World Autism Awareness Day in 2015?
That would be the Empire State Building.
You are correct. Yep, you got that one.
And and Cuomo did something really sick right before he left office.
What do you do?
He signed into law. He signed a law that made it okay for an abortion after birth.
What?
Yep, and he lit up the Empire State Building in pink.
That's
He
not
made
cool.
he made legal abortion legal right up to right after birth, 5 minutes after birth.
Well, that man's gonna pay for it
Oh
one
yeah,
way or another.
and
One way or
then and the funny part is he got kicked out of office, and then what did the Supreme Court do? No.
Wow, that's awful.
Yep,
All right, here's
I
another
actually
one.
made a video about that on my
Did you?
other channel.
Oh, okay. All right. On which anti or on which I cannot read Okay, I'm not gonna read that one. All
I
right.
was gonna say spell it. Maybe I can help you pronounce it.
Oh, I got it. What ancient Asian wonder were graffiti zones designed in 2014 where visitors can leave their mark on plastic screens?
I would say World Trade Center, but I don't know.
Great Wall of China.
Uh,
It's a great effort to keep tourists from defacing the wall itself. I can believe that.
which I don't understand that. If you're a tourist, you don't want to tag something.
No, you don't you shouldn't want to do that to anything historical like that. I
No,
don't
because
I don't
that's
understand
a slap in
people.
the face to the people who live there.
Exactly. I
I
don't
could
understand.
see tagging up a railroad car.
Yeah,
I
or
could
an
see
alleyway.
tagging that. I've done that. But when
Yeah.
it comes to historical landmarks,
Yeah,
maybe I was
that's
just brought up different, but have a little respect.
Mad Hatter says, "Are there any easy ones?" I'm telling you, that's why I named the title of this the Battle of the Brains or something like that because these are hard. All right, let's see. Under which mysterious British site did scientists using high-tech tools find evidence of how huge, complex of ancient momentums in 2014?
Ancient gravesite.
Huh? Oh,
I was just thinking out loud. I said, an ancient gravesite.
is do you want me to repeat it again?
Battle of Gettysburg.
What's that?
Battle of Gettysburg.
Yeah, it's number 4. This is saying Stonehenge.
Okay, yeah, they it wasn't underneath it; it was around it. But yeah, they found that it was actually like they put it in kilometers, but they found out it was actually like the original structure and everything was actually like 14 miles
Yeah,
around and everything.
yeah.
Huh?
I know it's like a history test.
Cody?
Wanna yeah, I want to pick the catacombs for the win.
Yeah, catacombs that way too. So
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Here's one for South America.
okay,
As of 2014, how many countries in South America have women 2 or 3?
how many countries of South America are women?
No, I'll read it again. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, as of 2014, how many countries in South America had women presidents?
Oh,
One,
okay.
2, or 3?
3.
You are correct. And I'm not going to be able to pronounce their names. But
Chile,
one was Chile. Do you know the
Bol-
other two?
Chile, Peru, and I think Bolivia.
It was one is in Brazil and one is in Argentina. So there's Chile, Brazil, and Argentina.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was way off on the last one because
Right.
Bolivia is on the other side of the continent from Argentina.
Oh, okay. All right. Which official holiday is celebrated in Buenos Aires every year on? Oh, I said okay. I said that right. No. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just had a brain fart. Which holiday is celebrated in
Buenos
Buenos
Aires,
Aires every year on July 20th? Mother's Day, Father's Day, or Friend's Day?
Wednesday,
You are correct.
which is also known as um, I can't think of the name of the festival. It's real close to oh shoot. I just had that one that it was close to and I lost it. But it's actually pretty fun. Kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
Mardi Gras on steroids.
Oh my. Oh my. Okay, let's try something else.
I've been to it 8 times.
Wow.
And I don't really remember much of it because of drinking.
Yeah, this one is Heartland.
Okay.
Which flat state is famous not only for their Huskers football team, but also for their car hedge, a Stonehenge look-alike made from vintage cars?
Heartland, Carhenge, and known for being flat.
Yep.
Well, I would have to say Texas.
This says Nebraska.
That was the one I was originally thinking of, but what threw me was the car hinge.
Yeah, it says it's made out of car. It's like a car hedge, it's like a stone hedge look-alike made from vintage cars.
Yeah, that's what threw me because when you originally said Huskers football team, I was immediately thinking Nebraska. But when
Yeah.
you brought up the car hinge, I was like, wait a minute, they got one of those in Texas. And
Oh,
everybody thinks Texas is flat. It's not, but they think that.
I think what else is really flat? Delaware's pretty flat. Like at least
No,
when I was in Delaware, it was flat. Like there's no hills whatsoever.
Delaware's not really known for being flat, but Kansas is known for being flat.
Kansas, I've never been there.
Kansas and Oklahoma are, well, you can literally stand in the middle of either one of those states and look, and you're not going to see a hill. You're not going to see a mountain. It's just miles of flat.
Jeez. Okay, let's see. Which state is the setting for The Bridges of Madison County, a 2092 romance novel that became a 2095 movie and a 2015 musical?
That is Virginia or West Virginia, but I'm going to go with Virginia.
Nope. According to this, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Okay, Iowa.
Iowa?
That's what it says, Iowa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of
I would
hills.
have never ever thought Iowa.
I've seen a lot of hills in that movie. And Iowa doesn't have any hills. It's flat. I'm like, I'm talking like seriously flat. Like as flat as Kansas and
Yeah.
Nebraska flat.
I don't know. I would have never thought that was right. Okay. All right. Which or no? I'm not going to do that one. The western part of Kansas City is in Kansas, and the eastern part is in Missouri. Is that true or false?
That's true. Kansas City actually is in both places.
You are correct.
It's like the town in Tennessee that is actually in Kentucky and in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Branton? Yeah, Branton, Tennessee.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I've always found that interesting that they couldn't at least move the maps a little bit, make the whole city into one state.
Yeah, really. All right. Let's see. This one is called Standing Tall. In which California park is the 379-foot high tree named Hybrid Hibernation? Hiber-
It, I'll just give you the common name for it. It's redwood, and it's Redwood National Forest.
well, yeah, you're correct. I just said I wish I could understand how to pronounce words.
Some of those technical Latin words are even hard for me to pronounce.
I am like the worst at pronunciation.
If I can see it, I can usually in my head sound it out and get it close, but it's some of them even stump me like I got no clue how to say it, so I'm just going to show you it.
Right? Exactly. All right. Which or what 650-foot tall observatory Station Observation Tower in Seattle, Washington has 24 lightning rods on the roof to withstand strikes during storms.
That would be the Space Needle.
You are correct. All right.
It's also the tallest rotating restaurant or anything.
It rotates?
Yep.
Nope. Nope, not doing it. Okay.
The floor literally rotates so
I
that you can look
I
out every window.
I will walk around them. Why do I want to stand there and rotate that far up in the air? No.
It's actually pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool, and I probably could do it, but now that it moves, I'm questioning it.
It's actually pretty cool. It gives you if you're not used to it, you will get vertigo the first time.
Yeah, I probably would.
I did.
Did you?
I
I'd
got
be
a
holding
bad
on
case
to
of it.
stuff.
Of course, I was drunk when I went up there, which is not advisable.
No, I would never. No.
But yeah, I ended up getting a really bad case of vertigo to where I like passed out and puked.
Oh God, not good. Okay, let's see. Kim, are you afraid? Yes, I'm very highly afraid of heights. Yes. How did you guess?
Well, if you go up there, I would recommend going up because it doesn't always revolve. It only
Okay.
revolves um, at dusk. It'll
I-
revolve.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it
Yeah.
doesn't move, I might think about it.
But I would recommend going up there with someone that you trust very much and that can help you with it.
Okay. Yeah, because I might have a panic attack.
Exactly. Or go up there very stoned.
That too. Okay. Let's see. What natural desert formation in Idaho rises about 470 feet above small lakes, and it's the tallest of its kind in North America?
Rises up out of around a small lake in Idaho. I don't know that one.
Um, let's see. It's number three. Sand dunes. It's located in Bruno Dunes State Park.
Ah,
Okay. I haven't always been afraid of heights, but like I would say I started getting afraid of them in my 20s.
let me guess. You fell from a decent height.
It wasn't nothing I ever did. I used to jump off bridges and had no problem with it. I don't know what happened, honestly. I just noticed like when I would get up high, I would start like my heart would start fluttering, and then I would just like I would feel like, yeah, that's I'm not gonna do that. I don't care to do that.
Hmm.
And like, yeah, I can't do it. Like I start panicking. I don't know why. I wasn't like that when I was younger.
Which I don't fear heights, but I definitely respect what they can do.
Yeah.
I don't jump off the tops of bridges anymore, but I've been known to climb a very tall tree and decide, you know what? I want to get down, so I'm going to jump down.
Yeah. Well, I
And
used to do
I
stuff
jump
like
down,
that.
and I'm like a monkey. I'll grab a branch on the way down, swing to another one, and just use the branches to slow my descent.
Yeah, there's this bridge, the a lake that we used to go to every summer. It was like maybe 35 feet, you know, so it wasn't that far of a drop,
That's,
but
that's when you're a kid. That's like a million miles up when you're a kid.
yeah, yeah,
The first time I jumped from many heights, I gave my poor mother a heart attack.
for real, like literally, or
Well,
just
she
figurative.
didn't have a heart attack, but she was on the cliff below me on a
Uh
path, and she picked up what she thought was a rock. And when she turned it over, she saw hair. It was a piece of human skull.
huh.
And
Oh,
because a guy had gotten drunk the night before and fell off the top.
oh no.
And just as she looked up, me and my stepfather dove off the cliff.
Oh, that's a weird thing to like one thing after another, yeah.
So yeah, she has always said that I'm the only one of her kids that at 8 years old gave her a heart attack because I decided to dive off a cliff.
Oh my goodness. I go to get in a elevator and it's full and I'm like, nope, I'm good. You're claustrophobic. Yeah, I've gotten that way too. And I
I'm
wasn't
not
like that when I was a kid.
I'm not claustrophobic, but if I see an elevator's full, I pretty much stay out because
Yeah,
I
well
know they
that's
have weight limits, and I don't want to deal with someone else who might freak out and try to do something stupid.
right. When did those movies come out that was like oh what were they called? Where like people would start dying, like it would like you could see a glimpse of how you were gonna die and then it happened.
Final Destination.
When did those come out? Because I'm wondering if that has anything to do with some of the things.
Those started coming out in early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s.
I wanted to say that had a part of why I'm afraid of certain things that I was never afraid of before.
Yeah, that could be because beforehand you didn't realize that doing something like that could kill you, so you had no fear.
Right.
After you've seen that, you're like, well, I'm not doing that anymore.
Like still to this day, like if I'm on the highway and I get behind a log truck, I'm switching lanes. Like I get like no. Remember where
Ye-
the tree goes through the car? It pierces that woman.
Yeah, see, that's where I'll actually stay behind it.
Really?
Yep,
I'm like no, I'm good.
I'll stay behind it for two reasons.
What?
One, well, if it happens, I'd rather it kill me than someone else. And two, well, why not tempt fate a little bit and get a little thrill out of it, like a roller coaster ride?
No, I'm not pushing it.
Of course, I know too through Vision Quest. I know when I'm going to die. I know how I'm going to die and when.
I wouldn't want to know that.
Actually, I'm very glad I know because I die of a very old age. I'm 136 years old when I die,
Is that even
and
possible?
yeah, and I go to sleep. I take a nap, and I just never wake up.
That's the best way to go.
Exactly. So I know how I'm going to go. I've come close to dying, and I have died multiple times, but I'm still here.
Right.
And I believe that, as the Norse used to say, the old father wore the clothes of your skin long ago. Go hide in a hole if you want to. It still won't save you. Basically, it means when it's your time, it's your time. I don't care if you hide in a hole or you climb the highest mountain. You're still screwed.
Yep, that's true. We're each born with an expiration date when we're each
Yep,
born with one.
yep. So I live life as much as I can to the fullest
Yeah,
because why not? If you are afraid to live it your life to the fullest, then you're living in fear.
yeah,
And I refuse to let anyone or anything make me have to live in fear.
true.
I'm one of those crazy people that if you tell me, well, you can't drive at 160 miles an hour down the highway because you'll get in an accident and die, I'll look at you and say, oh, really? How about 180? And I'll stomp my foot to the floor and I won't stop till I hit 180.
Uh,
Just
okay.
because it's fun.
Yeah, I guess. Let's try TV locations.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. What is the name of the New York City bar that's been the favorite watering hole of the How I Met Your Mother gang since 2005?
I've got no idea because I don't watch the show.
It's called, let's see, McLaurin's Pub. All right, let's try something different. Um, let's see. All right, here it is. Now let's do this one. Madison Avenue in New York City was the location of the Sterling Cooper ad agency for the first three seasons of Mad Men. True or false?
I'm going to take a guess and say true. I never watched Mad Men.
You are correct.
That was a complete guess.
Let's see. Which sitcom are you watching if Charlie is admiring the waitress at the Philadelphia Java shop? I never
Um,
watched this show.
I don't know.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Ah,
All
yet
right.
another one that I've literally seen clips from, but that's it.
Yeah, I never really watched it either. All right. This is Eastern states. Which state had a city named Nuh-uh. Which state had a city named Chevy Chase long before the comedian who turned 70 in 2013 became a member of the original SNL cast? There's an
Mm.
actual city named Chevy Chase. Oh my god. I can't stand that man.
Well, Chevy Chase, he was a great comedian, but his views on life and other things was a bit skewed. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And
Which state had the city? Okay. So I was asking you which
oh, New
state.
York had New York,
Close. Close. It's Maryland.
Maryland.
That's what it
That's
says.
not even close. Because between Maryland and New York,
Let's
you got Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Baltimore, then Maryland.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Um Which spicy nickname does the state of Connecticut have? Ginger State, Cinnamon State, or Nutmeg State?
I would say ginger.
It is Nutmeg State.
I've never called it that. I've never even heard of anyone calling it that.
That's what the card says.
So it was a complete shot in the dark.
Let's see. We're going on an hour and a half. I'll leave it till 2. All right. Which state is home to? Oh, this is easy. Punxsutawney. I can't say his name. Phil.
Positano Phil?
Yeah, the
That's
weather forecast.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, you are correct.
Because they call him Positano Phil because he lives in Positano, Pennsylvania.
Right. That was an easy one. Okay.
Plus, if you've watched Groundhog, you know
Yeah.
it.
All right. Which state banned billboards in 1968 so that its partial beauty could be fully appreciated by both residents and tourists?
That sounds like something that New York or Massachusetts would have done, but I'm going to say Connecticut.
This says Vermont.
Eh, I could see Vermont doing it as well.
Yeah. All right. One more out of this one. Let's see. Okay, which of these sports was not invented in the state of Massachusetts?
Can you
Was it?
repeat that? My phone tried to ring on me, so I couldn't hear it.
Oh, okay. Which of these sports was not invented in the state of Massachusetts? Is it baseball, volleyball, or basketball?
Volleyball.
This says baseball.
Well, I figured it was a 50-50 between volleyball and baseball
Yeah.
because why would you invent a sport? Why would you invent a sport that needs to be played on a beach when you don't have a beach?
True. That's a good point. All right, let's see. Here's one on national parks. On which coin did the United States Mint begin featuring national parks in 2010?
What was that again?
On which coin did the U.S. Mint begin featuring national parks in 2010?
The quarter.
You are correct. All right.
Because it was a push to get people to want to go there and see them, but at the same time try to get people to collect them as well.
True. And I remember people were really big on that when they first came out.
Yep, and now they're still worthless.
Yeah.
They're still only worth a quarter. Maybe
Yep.
in another 100 years they'll be worth something, but right now they're still worth only a quarter.
I know. All right. Which sparkling, or no, I'm sorry, not sparkling, sprawling park located in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, is the oldest national park in the United States?
Yellowstone.
You are correct.
And did you know that in Yellowstone there's actually an area that you can kill someone in and you won't get into any trouble?
What?
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's 100 miles long and 80 miles wide. But
Good
if you
Lord.
get charged with a crime, you have to be able to have a jury of your peers. Nobody lives there, so they can't do nothing.
They don't transfer it to somebody else that can do something about it?
Nope, because you
Oh,
have the right to have a jury by your peers, and no one lives there. They actually call it the zone of murder.
good night. Hi, Mountain Violet. We are redoing our bathroom, but stopping by to say hi. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you. Hello.
All right. Um, which California national park features Ribbon Falls, which is nearly 10 minutes higher than Niagara Falls? Oh,
I want to say Sierra National Park, but I don't think that's it.
no, that's not it.
So I'm not sure.
This is saying, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is saying, Yosemite, or no,
Spell it.
Yosemite.
Yosemite.
That's what I said, Yosemite. It just didn't seem right. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's what it's saying.
I didn't know that was in California.
Yeah, that's in California. Okay, let's see. Let's do another one. What time we got? Okay. Nah, we're not doing that one. That's Latina flavor. France.
Well, ask me it. I might know it.
Okay. Okay. Latin flavor. Which island was the birthplace of the parents of so
How is it spelled?
Sonia? Is that Sonia or Sona?
Sounds like Shoshone.
Sona. Sona
And
Mayor, the first Hispanic Supreme Court judge, confirmed in 2009.
that is Puerto Rico.
You are correct. All right.
And Puerto Rico, believe it or not, has one of the world's largest rainforests.
I can believe that. Oh, thank you, Mount Violet. All right, where was I? Okay, who was the first Spanish actor to win an Oscar, which he snagged for his hitman role in the chilling No Country for Old Men?
Oh, damn.
I
I know it too because he plays a very cold, sociopathic hitman in it. And I actually like the movie, and I can't think of his name right now.
It'll come to you.
No,
I'll,
because I always forget his name. He's also in Desperado, and he's in the movie with Johnny Depp, Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
starts with a J. Jaffer.
I don't know. I literally always draw a blank on his name.
Javier Bardem? Bardem?
Javier Bardot.
Yeah, what you said.
It comes speaking his last name comes a little naturally to me because well, I used to speak better Spanish than I did English.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
As
I
a matter
want
of fact, I habla español mucho.
that.
I
Okay.
still speak Spanish much.
Okay, let's see. Which 24-year-old ac- tennis ace from Maserio, no, Mark, Marca was the youngest player to complete the career Grand Slam in 2010.
I don't even know because I don't watch tennis.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I know about John McEnroe is because, well, when he was popular, everyone was talking about him because he was known for having a temper,
Oh, okay. This
and
is
he went against a woman.
this is Rafael Nadal, I guess.
Rafael Nadal,
Yeah.
and he became an actor after that.
Oh, okay.
He's been
Uh,
in he's been in some recent movies. He was in the second part of oh hell, what the hell was it called? They were it featured a bunch of kids that were um, being tested on by a corporation called Wicked.
oh, no clue.
It's mid 2000s movie. They
Okay.
just came out with the last part of it. It was called Death Race.
Death race. Beats me.
But he had a bit part in that movie, the second one of them.
Oh, okay. I know Mount Violet. That's why I need someone to come up here and see if they
But
can go against Brad.
I've got to go. I got someone messaging me all the time, and they just said it's very important.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for being here tonight. I
Oh
appreciate it.
yeah, I'll try to make it back.
Oh, I probably won't be on much longer.
All
But
right,
all right, sweetie. Have a good night.
you too. Bye bye.
Bye. All right. Well, it doesn't look like trivia night panned out. That's okay. You know, trivia is not for everybody, and this game, I'm telling you what, it's hard. You got to know a little bit about something about, like everything. It's like Mad Hatter said, it's like taking a history test. And I was no good in history. But I'm really glad I got to see Mad Hatter and Mountain Violet and Brad. I don't know where Kushi is today. Um, it was just one of those things that people aren't used to seeing me on Sunday, probably. I don't know. But it's okay. It's cool. But I'm going to get off here. Um, again, it's nice seeing you guys. Hopefully, um, I'll go live here soon again. But until then, I will see you next time. And I love you. Have a good night. Um, yeah. I'm going to send you out with my cool intro. Damn it. All right, guys. Love you.